already for a while.
Are we going?
Yeah, we're rolling.
Okay. Okay, so in my inquiry, I was looking at how students attempt to solve problems, programming problems in particular, and I was interested in how I was when they would ask a question, I would walk up and how I would interact with them to lead them towards the answer or help them get the answer. And what my intuition was that I was saying too much, too soon. Right, and most of it was like, I don't totally get what they're doing wrong. I don't totally get what they're understanding. Hey, try that and see what happens. Right, it was like a shovel approach or something. It was just move forward. And so I collected a bunch. So the data I collected was I videotape myself. It was really fun. So they would ask me a question. I rip my phone out. I'd put the video on their screen. I'd say, describe your problem, and I would watch myself interacting with them as I did that, and it was really evident when a student was struggling a lot that I would just say too much, that I was confused about their process, not about their problem, but about their process. And so I would just say, boom, drag that there. Okay, you're good. Move on to the next piece. Whereas you would watch me interact with a student who had a little more going on, and I was much more subtle. And even the process of videotaping them, which was really interesting, where I would just let them describe it, I would just turn off the camera and go, okay, fix it. Because they would describe the problem so well that you knew they knew how to fix it. So that was interesting. So that was the data I collected. It was fun and kind of offhand, like I could just rip it out and do it. And then we would watch it in our inquiry group, and I'd get some feedback on it. So what was the idea then from there? The idea from there was that I would set it up so that we could what kind of strategies could I teach these kids that were struggling that would help them move forward without me giving them the answer, essentially. Or kind of as I went along, I got more sophisticated than that. It's like I thought there's some times where I'm just going to have to push them forward. They're like so far gone that I can't do anything else. I have to give them a little bit more. But when is that moment, and how do I know? Is one of the questions in my mind. When is the moment where I can just facilitate it? Like I can say, okay, why don't you try these 3 things? Which one worked? And kind of move them through. And when is the like, hey, I'm out of here. Like you've described the problem perfectly. Now start tinkering and give them some tools to kind of tinker around. And Jenny gave me this term, tinker effectively, right? Because some kids will tinker and it's ridiculous. It's junk on the screen. But other kids that you watch them and they're very efficient about how they tinker to find the problem. And how do you teach kids that process?